to be or not to be fake? That's the question for this week. Hi Vibelings, Gazania here from Brew Confidence. And today I want to talk to you about the fake it till you make it syndrome. And if you've been following me on LinkedIn or Instagram or Facebook, this week you would have seen that my whole drive was about how the fake it till you make it approach to life does not build confidence. And the big thing that I learned this week was how wrong I have been for a big part of my life. You see, as a drama coach and teacher, I taught so many students the fake it till you make it approach. And I realized that for generations, we've been teaching this concept. Pretend to be something or someone that you're not. And the more you pretend, the more you'll start believing it. But actually what we did was we created a generation now where we are living in a fake society. We've created fake news. We've created fake relationships, fake work environments, because we got people to invest into it's okay to be fake rather than promoting honesty and being true to who you are. So I'm going to give you 5 tips this week on how to be confident in a fake society. So number 1, you need to put yourself out there. You need to take risks without pretending that you know everything or that you are someone that you're not. You see, yesterday I went to an event where I walked into a room of people where I knew absolutely no one. It was scary and it was frightening. But I walked in there deciding that, you know what, I'm not going to focus on the fear of what am I going to say? How are these people going to look at me? I decided I'm going to walk in there. This is who I am. And see what comes from it. And you know what happened? After 4 hours of being in that coffee shop, I met one of the most amazing people that I've ever met in my life. And you know what? He was actually from Rio de Janeiro, halfway around the world from where I live. But we connected and we had an amazing conversation. Because you see, I was open to taking the risk, to putting myself out there, to actually learn from what others can bring into my life. So number 1 is you have to put yourself out there. You have to take a risk and make yourself a bit uncomfortable sometimes to actually change and to actually go into new paths that you've never gone onto before. The second step that I'd like to tell you about is to not seek attention. Okay, if you seek attention, people are just going to look at you because that's what you're presenting. Look at me. This is how I want you to see me. Actively engage. Because you see, if I went into that event yesterday and I did not actively engage as a person, then I would have never had that amazing conversation. And it's about getting to know people. It's about connecting with their stories, allowing yourself to tell your story, how different it may be from anyone else's. The third step is to actually ask for help, to realize that it's okay not to know everything and not to be able to do everything yourself. It's one of the hardest things that my generation has to learn. Because you see, I come from the background where if you do everything yourself, you'll know it will be done well. And one of the biggest lessons that I learned when I started my own business was I don't know everything. I don't know how to do marketing. I don't know how to even start a business in terms of tax and all those things. So I needed to ask for help. So I could either sit and procrastinate and constantly think about how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? Trying to search for answers everywhere and anywhere, wasting time. Or I could have invested and asked people to help me. And you know what? The moment I asked, so many people were willing and open to helping me. Now, yes, sometimes you're going to get people who are going to help you for their own gain. And that's okay as long as you are aware of it. But most of the time, you're going to get people who's open and willing to help you, because that makes them feel good as well. They've helped someone today. It makes you feel good because you didn't spend time searching for things that you don't necessarily know the answer to. But you are actually moving forward and not staying stuck in that moment where you don't know what to do next. Then the fourth one I want to tell you is to stop pretending and be honest. You see, so many times, let me take the example of a romantic relationship. When we go on a first date and we pretend to be wearing clothing that we think that person might like, we don't order from the menu what we normally like to eat. We pretend to be eating lettuce leaves and a glass of water to drink. That's okay, because at that moment you are pretending, you are thinking that you're being confident in showing a side of yourself that that person might like. And then 2 years along the line into the relationship, you are secretly eating chocolates, or you are secretly binge eating all the time, and you are picking up weight, and suddenly you don't understand why your partner is having an emotional reaction to the way that you look 2 years later than when you started dating. You see, that's because you pretended to be someone that you're not. Rather be honest. Wear the clothing that makes you feel comfortable, that makes you feel good. Eat the dinner that you would like to eat, that you normally eat, because then that person actually gets to know you for who you are, not a pretend fake version of who you are. And then the last step, step 5, is to actually allow yourself to be confident in who you are right now. It's okay that you don't have all the answers to the challenges in your work environment. It's okay that you are not yet a CEO. It's okay that you don't have a 15-year relationship with someone. It is actually allowing yourself to be present with where you are right now. What have you achieved so far? Look over your shoulder. Look at that path that you've walked to get to this point in life. And then focus on what it is that you want to achieve. Where do you want to go? And realize that actually it's one day at a time to get to that point. Because you see, fake news, fake social media tells us that you can be a millionaire within an instant. You can have a business within a week. It doesn't happen that way. Believe me, I've been putting in the hours. I've been doing the groundwork. If I look back over my shoulder, I've come a long way in life. So I'm going to tell you this quick story. When I was about 6-7 years old, I always wanted to be Miss World. Yes, I still laugh at my photos of that. But I wanted to be Miss World. And you see, that's the thing is, when we are children, we can pretend, and it stimulates our creativity, and we have a whole different perception about life. So in my mind, I always wanted to be on that stage. And I thought that was all about the body. You know, you had to have the moves, you have to have the guts to stand on a stage. And obviously, as life went on, I realized that I don't have the model body. I am certainly not going to go onto a stage and be Miss World. But the one thing that stuck was the actual drive within me to make a difference in the world and to help other people. And here I am about 30 years later, and that part of being Miss World stuck all the way through. And my journey to get here, to being a life coach, to actually helping people find their confidence, that was the part of being Miss World that I really strived for all these years. So I might not be on a stage declaring world peace, but one day at a time, I can help someone on my journey in life. So if you like what I had to say, if I can help you find your confidence in any way, why not give me a shout out? You know, send me an email. You can post a comment. You can just book a chat with me and allow me to help you find your confidence in a fake society. So I've decided no longer will I say, fake it till you make it. I will be saying, work it till you achieve it. Till next time, Vibelings. Bye for now.